Roman kind of looking style looks pretty good right there.
You look very beautiful in that dress. You look very sexy. Hot, hot, hot like a tamale.
How's he pulling that? Is it hooked? Listen, I rarely get left speechless. I was left speechless by that guy.
Run. Run.
AOC, you're my favorite big booty Latina. I love you, AOC. You're my favorite. She wants to kill babies, but she's still beautiful. You look very beautiful in that dress. You look very sexy. Look at that booty on AOC. That's my favorite big booty Latina. I love it. My favorite AOC. Nice to meet you, AOC. Look how sexy she looks in that dress. Everybody give it up for Alex Stein!
Run.
I was left speechless by that guy.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quarter. You see I've got the new bookshelves in. I'm working on the studio lights, so I'm going to get a little less gross every single day. Well, last night, a man who, look, we've all had our L's, but this is one pretty epic L. A man that I have, on many occasions, defended on this channel because, well, he is the, how would say, the subject of numerous garbage hit pieces. And his incredible L from last night doesn't really change that fact. But Portnoy, Dave Portnoy, is no free speech advocate or really any kind of hero to the, you know, anti-censorship crowd, even though he kind of has those people in his fandom. Last night proved exactly what I've always said about him, and I'm even starting to really feel this way about Joe Rogan too. These guys are all the more happy to allow themselves to be censored in exchange for money. Now, look, we all here on YouTube, many of us, you know, look, I exchange words and things of that nature for other words so that my videos maintain the same amount of reach. Everybody has to do it a little bit when you don't own the platform. But this was pretty epic. He tweeted out last night, "I effing hate this guy, Alex Stein, and will now actively root for his demise." Why? Because Barstool Sports had posted a video of Alex Stein. Everyone loved it. It was one of his like town council meetings. He goes there, he pretends to be a Mormon who lost all his money in Las Vegas, and Barstool took the video down. Why? Because they're owned by a gambling company and they aren't allowed to make problem gambling jokes, which is really spineless. So he put out, "I hate this Alex Stein guy, and we'll root for his demise." Well, technically it started here. It's so cute that Barstool Sports owned by Dave Portnoy, who is accused of the most heinous things, but they're too afraid to keep up my content because they had originally tweeted this 2-minute, 14-second video of Alex Stein. "This is every man who spent a weekend in Vegas." Tweeted out, got a bunch of likes, everyone was happy, and then they deleted it. So, of course, Dave says, "I hate this guy, I will root for his demise." 4,000 likes. Here's my reply. "This is a huge L, Portnoy, maybe the biggest you ever posted. 7,200 likes. Here's Libs of TikTok getting it. Just here for the ratio. Nobody comes after our beloved Alex Stein. 7,800 likes." I mean, everybody in this thread absolutely dunking on him. And this is what I'm talking about. Always been a fan of Dave, but Alex Stein is better than him all day, every day. Massive L for the Prez. I think that, like, yeah, Alex Stein is an American hero. Massive L for you, Dave. The thing is, Dave has gotten so rich now that, like, he really has no idea who Stoolies even are anymore. There are a lot of fans of Barstool that are in my viewership group too, and it's like absolutely hilarious. So then articles are getting written. This by Marissa Hanson. Stool president turns into Poo Presidente. Yesterday, Poo President, formerly known as Stool President, took to Twitter to try and hate on our boy Alex Stein. I probably said Jones Stein, sorry. Only the results didn't turn out in his favor. The garbage trucking session began after Alex rightfully shamed Dave Portnoy for getting people into online gambling via crypto. Earlier in the day, one of Barstool guys had posted Alex's videos on the Barstool website. Only he didn't watch the video all the way through until it was too late. He says, you know, buddy, shut the F up. We're owned by a gambling company. We've had roughly over 9,000 training sessions not to post stuff like this because regulators don't like it. You mean the people that own you don't like it? Stool sales guy was too busy chewing gum and posted it without watching it. Go back to whatever hole you crawled out of. And he continues, let me clarify why I hate Alex Stein. I hate losers who make everything political on both sides. Stool sales guy posted the video without watching it all. I doubt he makes the gambling joke the first 10 seconds in, so that's just a lie. It started to go viral, so Gaz went back and looked at it again. When he watched the full video, he saw the gambling stuff. Literally the only thing we don't do is make, quote, problem gambling jokes. So he took it down. Not hard to trade for 500 million. So everyone has their price. Here's this 500 million. I didn't even know who this clown was or that video existed until he tagged me talking junk and getting personal. So yeah, I hate his guts. Then he posts another video of Alex Stein saying, this guy, anybody who does this is a piece of garbage. I don't care what side of the issue you're on. This is how you conduct yourself. You're a piece of garbage. I already apologized slightly to Stool Sales Guy for not researching him before responding. I'll mention Alex Stein again. I'll never mention him again. He posted a video where he's essentially trolling, pro baby scrambling and vacuuming procedures. Moments later, and oh, by the way, people chirping now are the same people who couldn't take my junk out of their mouths when they thought that I was a crazy right-wing nut, even though I've always said that I hate both sides equally. Do you, though? I thought Dave was never going to mention Alex's name. And then Dave tweets out a DM from Alex. You're getting humiliated on Twitter tonight, LOL. Guess I'll just have to sleep gently on my $500 million. I don't know what kind of person says that. I mean, Dave Portnoy is, that's part of his appeal. He's like a make no apologies D-bag. All you see here, what kind of douche canoe brags about their net worth? And yet another Stein mention. Somebody's getting soft now. The king always wins. He wrote, that made you from getting 500 million that you made from getting kids hooked on online gambling. Congratulations. And then he writes, and just like that, you walked into the knockout punch. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. Portnoy, good night, everybody. Good clean knockout tonight. Nobody beats the champ, except he got completely ratioed on that as well. Only he didn't win, and he just came off as a loser. Here's Alex. Imagine bragging about this while the majority of the country is struggling, while simultaneously participating in a crypto coin scheme that lost people millions. I think that was Safe Moon. I don't know for sure. And then he wrote, is Dave Portnoy too scared to have me on his little podcast? Dave invites me on, then runs away. He says, come on my podcast tomorrow. I said, okay, I 100% would love to. What time? And then he backed out. And yeah, you can see Cernovich saying, laughing about how you advertise gambling to kids when you're being sued for promoting a garbage coin isn't the smartest move I've ever seen on Twitter. Alex writes, champions don't run and hide, Dave. After inviting him on the podcast, he goes, no, you're not worth my time. You're too political for me. Have fun doing whatever you do for whoever it is you do it for. Never heard of or you again. Never will talk about you again. Then, of course, Dan Crenshaw, Eye Patch McCain, who got humiliated by Alex Stein, retweeted it. So like you have Dan Crenshaw retweeting Dave Portnoy's tweet, and Alex writing, "Lol, Dan Crenshaw retweeting Stool President just made my entire night. Thank you guys for the laughs." And there's obviously like a whole bunch of great memes about this. The guy this is a really bad take, and I think he probably just didn't know that it was satire and that he just was afraid to admit that he got duped. I've been duped by fake accounts before too, but it's a pretty beta move to be like, you know, oh, well, I just, you know, it's easy for me to just censor stuff for money. Like, you're telling me that an obvious satire, you can't make jokes about problem gambling? That should tell you that there's a problem. There's a reason. I know like creators say this stuff, but the amount of money that I've turned down from like crypto stuff, gambling websites would blow your mind. And the big creators, you know, they'll get like $1 million an ad. You know what I mean? Like, it's huge. I just don't promote it because, you know, it's just too much. It's too much. You know, mobile games are in a gray area enough for me. I'm not going to advertise various coins or gambling sites for any amount of money. Okay, maybe there's a price. $100 million. But this was one of the most epic backfires, and then the meltdown was great. I got in one of my best ratios. He kept getting ratioed on everything. It was great. And you know, I guess Dave should stick to reviewing pizza. There's a lot of people like Dave out there who are personalities on the internet that want to have strong political opinions, but they don't really do the research, or they don't want to really jump in, so they end up looking foolish. Like, if you've been on Twitter, you know who Alex Stein is. The fact that Portnoy got his little bottom slap because they made a single joke about problem gambling should tell you a little bit more about the people that own Barstool Sports. And perhaps I can say for certain, at least, it makes me look at the company and their videos completely different. I'm no longer interested in watching his pizza review videos or anything like that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, click that red subscribe button down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.